In May of 1993, I got arrested for the crime of murder, and I was given a life sentence shortly thereafter, life without the possibility of parole. I was 18 years old, 2.5 weeks to high school graduation. First time in trouble with the law as far as being arrested or in handcuffs. And so I just made poor impulsive decisions towards the end. You know, I never did drugs, never did alcohol. It was all mental, emotional, depression, suicidal type things. Just having the positive thoughts, positive actions, and words would have carried me out of those situations where I could go seek help, ask for help, feel confident in myself to ask possibly my parents, say, look, this situation's gotten bad, I need help, or to my school. So I think if I would have had those tools or embraced those tools, I would not be in prison. And what brought me kind of to GOGI, I had a friend on the yard that paid the $50 to get the workbooks, the 4 main books. And so I kind of learned it a little bit from him. And then when Coach Taylor brought the program to the yard, I was able to get books of my own and start reading for myself and realize, oh, that's what it's called all these years. I knew the concepts, but didn't know the names, how to put a name to it. And a lot of the things that are taught, like positive words, positive thoughts, positive actions, kind of really resonated with me because I could apply those things to impulse control and being in charge of my emotions, being the boss of my brain. I've been disciplinary free for 6 years. I've been down 23 years, so it would seem like every year to 2 years I was getting in 115s for fighting with cellmates or disagreements, which goes back to poor impulse control and not knowing that I can walk away. So those tools, like being the boss of my brain, and especially 5-second light switch, taking 5 seconds to react before I do something. But when I do something, it's going to be a positive action, like walking away. I would just say to young people, if you come across GOGI, because I know GOGI's exploded on the street as far as elementary schools, I've seen videos of GOGI, I would just say get those books and start reading them. And if you learn nothing else from GOGI, the 3 tools that I teach to people is that I go back to the positive thoughts, positive words, positive actions. If you could just practice those 3 tools, then you can't get in trouble. It's going to be very hard to get in trouble, to pick up a drug, to pick up a gun, and to hurt somebody. It's just going to be impossible if you live it. So for me, I try to live GOGI. I'm not perfect by any means. I still mess up. But like I said, which is amazing, I've been disciplinary free for 6 years. Throughout schooling, from the time I was little, I was always getting in trouble. I would get the paddle when the schools had paddles. I was getting suspended, and I haven't had that in 6 years. So that's what GOGI's done for me. My name is Paul. I am a face of GOGI.